So hi, thanks for watching again. We're going to cover ground cover in this takeoff with an on-center spacing. We've got these hatch marks here, and what we want to do is, and again we can use the Landscape Pro or Landscape Pro Plus. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Pro Plus because it's open. Open up the ground cover folder in the landscape section. Click on the green dot, and it's going to ask you a couple questions. What size? Because this is a database, it's going to be priced according to size for production rates, things like that. So what size? Well, 1 gallon. We'll pick up Acacia rhodolens. Okay, and then let's go ahead and go 18 inches on center. And we'll just click save, and then we'll go ahead and take off a little bit of these areas here. Okay. We don't need to do a bunch of them, but just to give you an idea. Okay, so let's look at that in our estimate now. And what it's done is it's gone ahead and calculated that we have 300 square feet or 294 square feet. We have 130 shrubs at 18 inches on center. We have the backfill mix for those and the plant tabs. Now, if you want to adjust the number of shrubs, you can do that. Sometimes, because you don't plant a shrub right on the line. Sometimes people offset it and they'll cut down the percentage of the actual plants that they're using. And that can be done simply by going into your Acacia rhodolens ground cover. Let's open up that box, and where it's a shrub assembly, go ahead and double click on that. Okay. And this property window opens up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to our advanced properties. Okay, and then when you see quantity right there, this is the formula that gives us the quantity here and the unit measure. But right here where it says adjust, now you see that 130 plants we need. Let's just go ahead and say that we want to go down minus 20%. Okay, and what that'll do, that'll lower the amount of shrubs by 20%. So there we have that number right there, and now that lowered our unit price per square foot for that ground cover. Okay, again, I'm going to go ahead and slide this up into the ground cover folder just to keep things organized, and that should cover ground cover. If you have any questions, you can obviously give us a call. Okay, another thing before I hang up, sometimes you can just go ahead and cheat your ground covers in here like that if you want, to kind of offset for that spacing difference. But I recommend coming up with a percentage and just making those changes there. Have a great day.